Hi, my name is Joey Freeman. I'm 56 years old and I have Parkinson's disease. I was diagnosed in 2009 after developing a hand tremor about a year before. My friend Kendall asked me to record my thoughts and insights in the form of a 5-question interview. So here goes. Is Parkinson's a blessing or a curse? I would say for me, as time passes, it's become more of a blessing than a curse, that's for sure. I put it in the plus category. Parkinson's has made me refocus my life and probably do things that I wouldn't have done had I not gotten Parkinson's. Make changes in my life. I guess analyze every aspect, relationships, what matters to me, life in general, etc. The last 10 years, there's been a lot of heartbreak in my life. It hasn't been an easy 10 years. And that's, I guess, to me, that's been a blessing. I think, to feel heartbreak is something one wants to experience. It lets you know you're alive, and it means you've taken risks and really experienced life. But I'd say what it's given me, despite taking away so much, is the I guess my change in attitude towards life. That I really view each new day as a gift. Although you do find, as with all gifts, sometimes it's the wrong color, the wrong size, not quite what you wanted, and maybe you'd want to take it back. But despite, I guess, the challenges that I face every day that are Parkinson's related and life related in general, I know until my final days come that tomorrow will be another day and another opportunity, another gift, another chance to take new risks, have new adventures. And I think despite what Parkinson's has taken away, it's given me I guess a certain appreciation and enjoyment of life. I found that before I had Parkinson's, I was one of those people that got in the car every morning, drove up to a large office building in the suburbs and did my work. Finished my day, got in the car, drove home, did my chores, really sort of on automatic pilot, and not really appreciating things like the smiles of my children and the little moments that life is composed of. That's one of the things that's one of the changes that Parkinson's has made in my life is I don't take things for granted, and I don't sleepwalk through life anymore the way I did prior to having Parkinson's. So next question. How is life different now with Parkinson's? Well, I would say, of course, the biggest changes are physical. Um, the physical effects are numerous. They vary person to person, but I think most of us with Parkinson's deal with fatigue. We don't have the energy that, and I know personally, I don't have the energy I used to have. We move slower. I move slower. It takes me a lot longer to do physical things, sometimes cognitive things. I know it takes me longer to make decisions. And prior to having Parkinson's, I was pretty darn good at multitasking, and especially work and that. And I don't have that ability anymore. Next question is, talk about when your doctor first told you about your diagnosis. What was your reaction? That was a really tough day for me. I went on my own, didn't really give it a lot of forethought. I didn't know. I didn't know much about Parkinson's at all. I knew the word. I knew Michael J. Fox had Parkinson's, Muhammad Ali, some famous people, but I didn't know much about the disease at all. And so going into the appointment, it wasn't on my radar. It's not something I was expecting to be told. And after the physical assessment with a fellow, which is a neurologist in training. So about 45 minutes to an hour with the fellow, and he did the physical checks and shot some videotape of me walking and moving and such. I still didn't know what he was testing for, and then at the end of that, the neurologist came in and looked at the chart and conferred with the fellow, and then told me that I had Parkinson's disease. Basically explained it simply as a lack of your brain stops producing dopamine, and dopamine regulates movement, and it's a neurodegenerative disease, so and it's incurable, so it's going to get worse. You're never going to get better, and have a nice day, basically. Question number 5, what will happen to your family in the future as your Parkinson's disease progresses? That's kind of a tough one for me to answer, due in large part to the ongoing divorce from my wife. I don't have much of a relationship with my children. I'm really hoping that'll change. I do want to be a lot closer to my kids that I love and care about greatly and think about every day. At this point, that's in some ways an unanswerable question. much. I have friends that are very supportive. I have one friend in particular who's very supportive and loving and caring and sort of stepped up when I was at my lowest point about 3 years ago, and that's when I cried. That's talking to them about my situation and what I was going through, and it really helped. Anyway, just like, I guess, to close it off, finish this interview. I'd say, one of the most amazing things about what I've gone through lately is that I've learned a lot about myself that I don't think I ever would have learned had I not gotten Parkinson's. And I've learned to fight, for myself, and the people I care about. It's all, it's all a package. It's part and parcel. In order to love others and to have close relationships with others, you have to care about yourself. And that's one of the things I've learned over the last few years, or I'm actually still in the process of learning, is how to care about myself and love myself, so that I can truly love others. Parkinson's is just something that I've integrated into my life, and it's caused problems in career and a bunch of other areas, but it's not going to keep me from living my life to the fullest for 1 minute. That's absolutely for sure. Anyway, thanks everybody for listening. Be strong and give it a good fight, because it ain't over. Bye.